Hey Herman, I gotta tell you, I've been talking to a lot of orthodontists lately, and one thing just keeps coming up. It's this whole email marketing thing. They're overwhelmed. Like, how do I even know which patients to email? When should I send it? It's a giant guessing game for them, and honestly, it sounds exhausting.
Carlos, I hear that all the time. And it's not just orthodontists, but especially in that world, because you have such distinct patient journeys, right? People are at different stages, they have different needs, and trying to blanket email everyone, it just doesn't work. It really doesn't. It feels like you're throwing darts in the dark, and most of them just miss the board completely. What ends up happening is people just stop doing it, because it's so much effort for so little perceived return. But it doesn't have to be that way, man. Not at all.
Well, that's exactly it. They feel like they're just sending emails into the void. So where do we even begin to untangle that? What's the first step to making sense of this whole mess?
Okay, so the very first thing, Carlos, the absolute foundational piece is segmentation. You wouldn't talk to a prospective patient the same way you talk to someone who just finished their treatment, right? Or someone who's actively in treatment. No, you just wouldn't. Their needs are totally different. So the key is to stop thinking about your email list as one big blob. You need to break it down. We're talking about segmenting it into, well, a few core groups. For an orthodontic practice, you've got your warm leads. These are people who've shown some interest. Maybe they've filled out a form or had a consult, but haven't committed yet. Then you have your active prospects who might be closer to making a decision. And then you have your past patients who are a gold mine for referrals or maybe even future treatments.
Okay, so you're saying instead of one big list, we're creating multiple mini lists, and each one gets a tailored message? So for the warm leads, what kind of message are we talking about there, Herman? What's the goal?
Exactly, many lists. For warm leads, the goal is nurturing. It's not about a hard sell. It's about providing value, answering common questions, maybe sharing success stories from other patients, building trust, showing them you're the expert, you're the solution. It could be an email about 5 common questions before getting braces, or what to expect during your initial consultation. Just helpful stuff that keeps you top of mind without being pushy. Building that relationship, really, because they're on the fence, right? You want to nudge them gently.
Okay, that makes sense for the content, but you also mentioned timing, and that's another big headache. Does it really matter when I send these emails? I mean, shouldn't good content just stand out whenever it's sent?
No, Carlos, timing is absolutely crucial. It's like serving a gourmet meal at 3 a.m. It might be delicious, but no one's hungry. Same with emails. A perfectly crafted email, if it lands at the wrong moment, it's ignored, or worse, deleted. The difference between an ignored email and a booked consultation can often boil down to timing. Think about it. A reminder for a follow-up appointment is most effective a day or two before, not a week. An offer for a retainer checkup for a past patient, maybe 6 months after their treatment finished, not a month later.
So it's not just about what you say, but when you say it, relative to their patient journey. So for those warm leads we talked about, what's good timing there? Like after their initial inquiry, do you wait a day, a week?
Great question. For an initial inquiry, you absolutely want to follow up quickly. An automated email almost immediately, acknowledging their interest, maybe confirming some details. Then a more in-depth, valuable email within 24 to 48 hours. You're striking while the iron's hot, but you're also giving them space. It's a delicate balance, but the sooner, the better for initial engagement. Then you can slow it down a bit with the nurturing sequence. You want to be helpful, not pushy. And the good news, Carlos, is that this doesn't have to be complicated, like at all. When people hear segmentation and timing, they often think it means hours of manual work every week. But we're talking about easy-to-use strategies, Things that can make email marketing feel less like a chore and more like, well, a truly powerful tool that runs in the background, while the orthodontist and their team are focusing on creating, perfect smiles in the chair.
That's music to their ears, I'm sure, because that's where the overwhelming part comes in. They don't have an extra 2 hours a day to sit there segmenting lists and scheduling individual emails. So, what kind of strategies are we talking about that are actually easy to implement?
Right, totally. We're talking about, first, leveraging your existing practice management software if it has any email capabilities. Even if it's basic, it can help. But really, it's about setting up automated sequences. So when a new lead comes in, they automatically get email 1, then email 2 3 days later, tailored to their stage. Same for like post-treatment follow-ups. You set it up once, and it runs. It's a workflow. It's not about, oh, I need to remember to send this email today. It's about this system is sending the right email to the right person automatically. And that's the real beauty of it, Carlos. When you get this automated system humming, it's incredibly powerful. You're not just sending emails, you're engaging with your patients and prospects in a truly personalized way, at scale. It means your front desk isn't bogged down making reminder calls or sending generic follow-ups. The system does it for 'em. And it genuinely transforms those clicks into appointments because the message is so timely, so relevant.
So it's not just about saving time, it's about making the emails more effective. It feels more personal to the patient because it's not just a mass blast. It feels like it's for them, like the practice really understands where they are in their journey. And that's got to build trust, right?
Absolutely. It builds massive trust and it positions the practice as proactive and caring. It's a huge differentiator. Instead of feeling like they're just another number, patients feel seen and understood. And that connection, it means they're more likely to engage, more likely to book that consultation, and more likely to recommend your practice to others. It's a total game changer for patient relationship management and growth, honestly. It takes the guesswork completely out of it and replaces it with like a strategic, almost invisible helper that just runs in the background.
Wow, that really simplifies things, Herman. So by the end of this, an orthodontist actually knows when to hit send and why. They're not just hoping for the best. They're making informed, strategic decisions that feel personal and impactful to their patients. It sounds like a complete overhaul of their approach, but in a totally manageable way.
Exactly. They'll understand the why behind every send. And that confidence, that knowledge, completely changes their outlook on email marketing. It shifts from being this overwhelming burden to an incredibly effective, automated tool that genuinely helps their practice grow. It's about being smart, not just busy. And Carlos, if all this sounds great, but they just don't have the time or the team to set it all up, that's where a specialized help really comes in handy. Experts who live and breathe this stuff for orthodontic practices.
Yeah, that's fair. Because even with the simplified strategies, getting it all up and running perfectly can still be a big lift for a busy practice. So for those who want this done for them, crafted by experts who specialize in orthodontic email campaigns, where can they go to get the best service?
Oh, absolutely. For that, they should really check out skilledcopywriters.com. These guys, they specialize in exactly this, crafting those strategic, impactful orthodontic email campaigns that just turn clicks into appointments. It's a no-brainer if you want to take the stress out of it and just see the results.